Another dangerous threat that the general was talking about has never gone away. Of course, we're talking about ISIS. The newest ISIS leader is using the war in Ukraine to make a move in a bold proclamation, almost a call to arms, if you will. The leader wants to motivate ISIS followers to act now. Correspondent Tom Negovin joining us live tonight. Tom, ISIS using the war between Ukraine and Russia really to its own advantage. Not surprising.
Right, Marnie, not surprising at all. And you and General Newton really nailed this down. You know, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. The United States and our allies preoccupied with the current war. ISIS could certainly see that as the appropriate time to, as you say, make a move.
A warning from the newest leader of ISIS. While the war in Ukraine distracts most of the world, we will strike. In an address posted online during the month-long celebration of Ramadan, Abu Omar al-Muhajir calls on ISIS followers to resume attacks in Europe, calling it a global offensive to, quote, take advantage of the available opportunity of the Crusaders fighting each other. We announce, relying on God, a blessed campaign to take revenge.
That is a real threat, because we know they've been plotting for a long time. We know they still have a desire and intent to conduct attacks in the West. They have about 10,000 fighters in the lands between Iraq and Syria still there. They've melted away into the shadows, but they're still there.
That call for revenge is for the death of ISIS' former leader, who killed himself and his family as American special forces in Syria closed in on their safe house.
They're leaderless today.
That was back on February 4th, and just 2 months later, ISIS is no longer without a leader.
To send a strong message to terrorists around the world. We will come after you and find you.
Now the terrorist group vows to retaliate under the cloak of the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Today, the way that groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda operate is trying to motivate both Americans here in the United States who might have a ideological or other axe to grind to take action in the United States, but also to get their supporters who might not be directly coordinated by Al-Qaeda Central or ISIS Central in this case, to go and take action in the countries they live, whether that's in Europe or the United States.
And there is already evidence of aggression against Israel in the past few weeks as Ramadan and Passover overlap.
Every murderer should know that we will reach him, and anybody who helps terrorists need to know that the price he will pay will be intolerably heavy.
And we asked Jamil about this, why ISIS would do this so openly, so publicly, and he said, remember, this is a group that no longer really has a territory, a visible central government to speak of, and this, Marnie, is how they reach out to their own followers, but also to newcomers, to the uninitiated, a dangerous group with nothing to lose.
We should all be paying attention. All right, Tom, thank you. Coming up.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.